At least 10 Palestinians have been killed this morning when Israeli warplanes targeted an aid distribution warehouse in the El Zaytun neighborhood south of Gaza City. Medical sources reported that the attack raised the death toll in Gaza to 27 since dawn. According to the United Nations reports, over 550 Palestinians have been killed attempting to access food at Israeli-American distribution points. The ongoing conflict in Gaza, now entering its 21st month, has resulted in nearly 189,000 Palestinians killed or wounded, most of them women and children, with over 11,000 still missing. Palestinian families have fled northern Gaza and Jabalia to Sheikh Radwan area following Israeli military evacuation orders ahead of expected intensified fighting with Hamas. The evacuation covered Jabalia and much of Gaza City as Israeli bombardments escalated overnight, destroying homes and killing at least 6 people. In the southern city of Qnews, 5 were killed in an airstrike on a tent encampment, while at least 12 others died in separate strikes and gunfire across Gaza, bringing Sunday's death toll to 23. Britain's High Court has ruled that the government's decision to continue exporting F-35 fighter jet components to Israel was lawful, even after acknowledging the risk that they could be used in violations of international humanitarian law in Gaza. The legal challenge was brought by Al-Haq, a rights group based in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, which argued that the UK had breached its international legal obligations, including those under the Geneva Convention. The case followed Britain's partial suspension of arms export licenses to Israel last year, though F-35 parts were explicitly excluded. The UK government said halting exports of those parts would disrupt a vital global supply chain and potentially undermine US confidence in Britain and NATO, citing broader international security concerns. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has addressed members of the domestic intelligence agency Shin Bet following the recent departure of his former head Ronen Bar. Netanyahu stated that Israel had eliminated 2 deadly threats to its survival, but emphasized that the immediate priority is to bring back the remaining detainees held in Gaza. Currently, 50 detainees remain captive, with officials estimating around 20 are still alive. Bar stepped down on June 15th amid tensions with Netanyahu's government. Israeli occupation forces have issued demolition orders targeting 104 homes and buildings in the Tulkarm refugee camp in the northern West Bank. Residents were given 72 hours to file objections and evacuate the properties. Tulkarm Governor Abdullah Kamil condemned the demolitions, calling on the international community, human rights organizations, and relevant UN bodies to urgently intervene to halt the actions. He described the demolitions as part of a broader campaign of systematic destruction aimed at forcibly displacing residents. Israeli forces have maintained an offensive in Tulkarm camp for 155 consecutive days and in the nearby Nur Shams camp for 142 days.